That looks kind of cool. Hopefully we don't lose it in the wind. I think this could look cool in here. You know, we could put some things around it, Hope. I've got Hope here helping me. This is HB, my photographer's wife. She's so talented when it comes to setting the scene, and I think something that's so nice about this is when you really collaborate with people and they bring part of what they love and some of their story with them as well, which makes it extra special. I had an idea to, maybe we could hull out the bigger ones, grab some of these guys.
And just take the middle
Take
out.
the top off and then scoop the middle out.
Okay, because you got a hollow thing. Holla.
Here we are actually building out the fire pit scenes, and the morning of we're actually building out how it's going to look. It's really important to me that I work with the photographer to actually find the best positioning for the photo and the angle that we're trying to capture. Obviously this shoot is all about inspiring you to create a beautiful festive outdoor feast. So here's just some thoughts around how I go about setting this up, because you do eat with your eyes first.
That looks so good. Cool. Are you good to give me a hand?
Yes.
You want to drill?
Sure thing.
And I'll start to string.
And now we're stringing apples up. So I have a tutorial on my Instagram on how you do this, but you simply drill a hole through the center of the apple, and then I have some stainless steel wire that we're stringing them, so it's a bit like a garland essentially, and the idea is that they can hang over the fire and smoke. So smoking them first. I've also strung up some local corn with some twine. So we've just pulled back the husk, and again we're letting them smoke on the fire. I've added some extra virgin olive oil and salt to them. And the colors just look so vibrant and beautiful. To me, they speak about fall, and this is just a really cool and unique way of cooking apples.
I need to get on to doing a bit of cooking.
So I always start by adding like my meats first, because they're the thing that take the longest, and then I'll build the fire out from around there, working back from what takes the longest to what takes the less amount of time. As you can see, I am posing here because HB is taking some photographs of me. So this is kind of what we would call our hero shot, where all of the food is hung up, looking beautiful, and he's really able to capture the full picture of what this looks like. Something really cool is I wanted to educate you guys on firewood and what you would need to be looking for when it comes to selecting wood, particularly when you are cooking food with it.
Hey guys!
Hi, Sarah.
You got me some more wood?
Absolutely.
Can I tell you this is probably some of the best wood I've actually cooked on?
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Where are you guys based?
We're local here, so we're in Lebanon County here, but Myerstown, PA is where our yard is located.
Okay.
Just 15 minutes from here.
And what got you into wood chopping?
Interesting, actually. Did not have interest in it. Didn't know a whole lot about it. I had a friend that does sustainably logging, and he started it and was getting tired of it, and I said, sure, why not? So myself and my brother, which is not here, said, yeah, we'll give it a whirl.
And what's sustainable wood logging? What does that look like?
Essentially, it's managing forests, minimize forest fires, and just some loggers do select cutting.
Yep.
Picking out the stuff that minimizes growth of forest.
Yeah, awesome.
So-
And you kiln dry it? Kiln dry the wood.
Yes,
What
yes.
does that exactly mean?
Yes. So I'll let him go. That one.
It goes into a chamber. We heat it up. We put probes in it. We heat it up to about 260 degrees for 48 hours, and it essentially sucks all the moisture out of it and is ready to burn.
Because can I tell you, I lit my fire earlier and the whole thing just went boof. And I was like, wow, this is some good wood right here. And it gives you a really nice coal, which is what you want as a chef. So you specialize in delivering wood to chefs and stuff?
Yeah.
A little bit?
Something we're getting into with the kiln drying. It's USDA certified, which is
safe to cook on.
Safe to cook on. Yes.
There's not much that makes me more excited than obviously my fire cooking, but is wood. So I really appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I appreciate
you.
And I'm gonna thank you guys by feeding you some food. The concept around this was that I really wanted to inspire you guys with some fresh ideas for the fall table. There's those bright oranges, muted tones. The colors are looking so fantastic against the charcoal food. I tend to just get a lot of ingredients and different things that I think suit the style, and then I'll play around with the space. This is what Thanksgiving is all about. It's about setting a feast for everyone to enjoy. We've got Mitchell and his family along with HB's wife's family there. They're just filling in for us to create this beautiful family scene so that you guys could get a feel for what this is all about. Thanks so much for watching this really special episode. I love showing you guys how I create these amazing scenes, and more importantly, how I pull together these really special cookbooks. This has become one of my favorite seasons. Fall is incredible here in the United States. And make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. It's going to notify you on the next adventure I head out on. Leave me a comment below also, because I'd like to hear from you what you would like to learn. I'm going to start showing you some more fun things, all live fire cooking related, and also adventures. So thanks for joining.